Hello, brothers and sisters, Jew and Gentiles, part of the multi-frequency collective of conscious forces all around the world who've been tuned in to the Worldwide Paradigm Shift Show. I am Messenger Christopher Spirit World X, as you all know, and it's once again such a pleasure to have the opportunity to come and speak to you all again. Yes, it's certainly a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. The weather's great, and I am feeling fabulous. And I figured that today I would come to you all and give you all a little more insight into exactly what you're presently dealing with in your so-called multinational corporate-controlled societies. This video is going to be a continuation of the last video. I'm almost certain that was Worldwide Paradigm Shift Clip Upload 191, and this, of course, I'm hoping, if I'm not right, you'll understand. This is Worldwide Paradigm Shift Clip Upload 192, brought to you by the High Council of the Order of the Crystal Keys, the most high angelic division of our very real and authentic Trinity. Not the one you learn about in church, but our authentic Trinity. Here on the Worldwide Paradigm Shift Show, you are getting a free audio version of the Book of Life, Light and Dark Forces. Now, of course, this audio version is one that is being scripted and in real time by me, of course, and the Most High, the High Council of the Order of the Crystal Keys, as I move and advance through this redemption process with you. I am certainly becoming more and more aware of how amazing this moment really is. So I want to say thank you for joining me, and let's get down to business. Now, to pick up where I left off in my last video upload, I want to start by talking about the under siege state of our minds. Now, not our union. We have many individuals who claim to be our leaders, who are attempting to influence all of you that our union is under siege. But, brothers and sisters, in reality, my Jewish, so-called black and African brothers and sisters, and my Gentile brothers and sisters, the reality is we are under siege. Okay? Why is it? Ask yourself. If you said F-U-C-K Israel, F-U-C-K Farrakhan, F-U-C-K Bobby Hemmett, F-I-U-I-C, the fake, excuse me, I'm reading, by the way. F-I-U-I-C, the fake, aptly named Black Israelite Organization, F. Ibrahim Traore, F. Baptist Church leaders, F. Charleston White, F. the police, F. the CIA and FBI, F. the Nation of Islam. Okay, not the brothers and sisters who are sincerely desiring to know the truth, but the structural, the framework of it, the mental ideologies and dogma that advance this organization. That's what I'm talking about. If you said F the big corporate, three-dimensional conscious aware, five sensory and depth perception, I might add, corporate technocrats who, like Facebook, Signal, and other apps, and Google, who openly maintain the transfer of child pornography. If you said F all of the corporate controlled and funded chaos and confusion content creators, you are, through the algorithm, controlled, influenced, and persuaded to listen to. If you did say F all of them, well, you might as well be saying F the U.S. government. Or more precisely, you might as well be saying F the architects of our conscious disconnection from our three-divisional Trinity electromagnetic radio frequency spectrum of high and low vibrational conscious function and conscious contribution, and supplanted it with myth. Those who've supplanted the truth of who we are and our Trinity's two divisions of consciousness and one division of creation. I'm sorry, I need to read that again. Or more precisely, the architects of our conscious disconnection, disconnection from our three-divisional Trinity's electromagnetic radio frequency spectrum of high and low vibrational conscious function and conscious contribution. Those who disconnected our conscious awareness from truth and supplanted it with myth. Why can Farrakhan, Bobby Hemmett, say, "Fuck you, cracker"? And if you listen to many of their conferences, you'll hear them talk about the European as if the European is just this man and woman who, they survive off of our pain, and they don't care, and look what they did to us a few hundred years ago when they used to hang us from trees. And I mean, they are just so proud to involve you brothers and sisters of the NOI, for instance, okay, or the melanated Jewish community. Your identity, of course, has been long ago hijacked, but all of you are Jews, okay? You are the children of the Most High. There's a very real reason why you're called the children of the Most High, and it has everything to do with electromagnetic potential that is manifested out of your sensory depth perception, which exists by your conscious awareness, no differently than your intelligence, creativity, discernment, intuition, so on and so forth. All right? I'm going to help you to totally understand this amazing mind of mine and yours very soon. However, why is it that these individuals can scream the word cracker, but when Khalid Muhammad and Malcolm X decided that they were going to do the same thing in conjunction with their oratory at the time, why is it they got assassinated? And how is it that Louis Farrakhan was aware of these things before they happened? Well, you may not know that, but I do. Okay, what we'll say is allegedly. All right. How is it, and why can a black, well-known preacher fleece the flock, and Netanyahu and all of the African presidents who have been bought, paid for, and who are presently controlled? Why is it that they can create literal economic genocide and literal genocide on the people, and no one, very few, if any, come to the relief of the people who are wondering, what did I just see? Looking around dumbfounded in regards to why their governments are functioning the way that they are. All these people, brothers and sisters, are multi-generational keepers to the gates of lies, told in respect to your identity, your purpose for existing, your place of origin. For example, Farrakhan will tell you in respect to why whites are so mean, that Yaqub, the big head scientist, created the European to avenge an aspect of our race for killing his family. In respect to where you're going after you die, you're going to paradise, he will tell you. And other imams and leaders of the Nation of Islam will tell you the same thing. The pastors of the false Christ Christian Church will tell you that you're going to go to heaven after you die. The reality behind that is you can't die. These are all lies. These are metaphors that maintain your non-electromagnetic conscious disconnection from your true trinity, your true identity as infinite co-creators of your finite body and the blue sky above, as sensory depth perception, conversion tools, and sensory experience construct aspects of our out of consciousness projected simulation. Disconnecting you from your true purpose for existing, the purpose of three-dimensional conscious awareness even. Okay, now existing hijacked. Disconnecting the individuals in the Gentile conscious collective who have no awareness of why it is their governments maintain so much inequality between so-called blacks and Africans and Europeans, Jews and Gentiles. Okay? Our planetary environment, our electromagnetic conversion program is being destroyed. The animal kingdom, let me take a second here. I kind of need to figure out what I wrote here. Okay. Our planetary environment, our electromagnetic conversion program is being destroyed. The animal kingdom, while all aspects, even including the animal kingdom, while all aspects of our atmosphere, the troposphere, the stratosphere, the magnetosphere, all right, are slowly being doused with pollution and is being sacrificed in the name of experimentation. Okay, all of these are slowly, methodically being brought to being non-existent. Economic inequality, starvation, while all of these are being slowly brought to being non-existent, economic inequality, starvation, rage on. We are sick from a lifestyle that we were taught to embrace. We are left soon to be totally out of a job. Our women and children will soon be left in a totally hopeless situation with totally hopeless men. We will have no health care or social services or any idea of how to correct all of these situations that don't even have to exist. Existing as we, the co-creator, and rebalancing conscious controls of our matrix, Jew and Gentile, reincarnating and replicating by metaphors, out of the lies fueled by desperation, I should say, from within some non-electromagnetic unconscious one's mind. And all we have to turn to is a human who may as well have white, milky eyes when they're attempting to babble clarity to us to help us with direction in this very, very, very serious time of need. All we have to turn to is close the doors, ushers. Close the doors. I said close the doors. This is all you have to turn to. Okay? We have to turn to people who are nothing more than tethers to delusion, gatekeepers of a non-electromagnetic, psychosocial, geopolitical, religious order that maintains among us an inverted conscious connection to our Trinity. People who perceive reality through spiritually blind, white milky eyes. Consider, if you will, I'm sure you watch, a lot of YouTube, and you see the advertisement for the new game, Age of Origins, and while you're looking at that advertisement, you see this European woman walking up, and she's looking all grotesque, and she's very obese, and then you see this European man who has a butcher's apron on, and he comes up, and these individuals are doing all they can to take these people out, and then at the end of the video you see when of course the individuals trying not to get taken out, when you see them get taken out, what you see is a European man or woman, I can't tell which one it is, jumping off a ramp and right into the to the view of your screen, and you look at their eyes and you notice that I think one or both of them is clouded over and milky. Consider the music industry and further consider some of the musical groups. For instance, Soundgarden and their song Black Hole Sun. I want you to look at these individuals. You don't have to listen to the videos, but Black Hole Sun, I certainly recommend you to listen to. Black Sabbath, of course. They've recently come out with a song called Battery. I'm pretty sure that was a few years ago. That battery correlates to the electromagnetic negative energy transfer that is taking place between electromagnetically misaligned negative energy attraction potential of the collective conscious awareness of the Jewish race, the all bloodline melanated brother and sister collective across the world. Okay, that negative energy being transferred to Jews or to Gentiles, Asians, Arabs, Indians, and Europeans, who are the head, the low vibrational aspect head of the all Gentile inverted three-dimensional conscious awareness and five sensory depth perception non-electromagnetic spectrum. Consider, let's see, that was Metallica, who, of course, created Master of Puppets. I would like you to go and check out the album covers that you see when you want to listen to their music. Consider how it is the people who control the music industry, they know what's going on with you, my co-creative, Christ, Yang, conscious frequency of conscious awareness existing behind melanated flesh, so-called black and African skin, while you are running around in major confusion, attempting to tell everybody that you know what's going on when you don't have a god-darn clue of what's going on. But now you do, thanks to the Most High. And of course, That very awesome division of conscious awareness is with me now and will be with all of you, Jew and Gentile, when it is time to rise. So, to go on, I would like you to also check out Carlene's music, We Are the Devils. Check out that album cover, We Are the Devils. That will give you an opportunity to understand how it is that we are the walking dead, the spiritually blind, hiding underneath stairs. Unfortunately, as a result of our conditioning and our programming. Anyways, to go on, what I want to say is why is judgment coming? Because I know that many of you are waiting for judgment to fall. I know that many of you are wondering, how come I'm not dead yet? Well, I can't die, first of all. I'm an infinite conscious force, okay? Remember, the book of light and dark forces correlates to consciousness being infinite and powerful by positive or negative electromagnetic attraction potential, okay? But I'm sure you're wondering why judgment's coming. Many of you, you're probably wondering why judgment is coming to us. If we didn't know about any of this, okay? Judgment is coming because, brothers and sisters, what I want you to do is consider how a man under a non-electromagnetic conscious conditioning, non-electromagnetic meaning I don't care about karma. I don't think about karma. I control with money, and I control with my good looks and my gun. Okay? Consider how a man under non-electromagnetic conditions tries to hold on to a young girl with money. He lets her walk around and do what she wants to and enjoy her family and friends whenever she has an opportunity to. Why is it impossible for him to hold on to this woman, though, after a while? It's impossible because she is existing by a non-electromagnetic connection to this matrix program. And that, brothers and sisters, equals emotional instability. This is why so many individuals you find are called chemically imbalanced. They have been, they've been given names to explain what they are, what they're dealing with mentally, like ADD, OCD, schizophrenia, paranoia, kleptomaniac, what's the famous one everyone's talking about on YouTube? Narcissist, the Machiavellian. They are given many diagnoses that all tie into one thing. And that one thing is they're existing by a non-electromagnetic connection to this matrix program, and that it equals, again, emotional instability. This is why it is also written in the Bible by the non-electromagnetic conscious control, the Gentile, corporate, three-dimensional conscious aware, five sensory and depth perception, conscious control, that we are born in sin, or conscious control who controls our society, our social order, and the church. Okay, all that you learn about who you are, and they control education. The myth of ape evolution. They control it all. Okay, but this is why they wrote in the Bible that we're born in sin, and we of course, needed to be saved from destruction. And we're saved by Christ by destruction, from destruction. Meanwhile, at the same time, we're all slowly being destroyed by the very same people who told you that, who wrote that in the Bible. Okay? Many people who control advertising, our conscious electromagnetic disconnection from our co-created matrix, use money to maintain their control. They know that there are many unconscious, emotionally unstable individuals who will trade off money to end another individual's life. And they are so successful with keeping control because they know that you're either a spirit who will do anything to have a low vibrational sensory depth perception experience, if you're in the melanated community, all right, desiring to have no responsibility to our matrix program, okay, and an opportunity to misuse sensory tools of conversion, or you are afraid to die, okay, which of course is the result of our true identities being hidden from us for so long. This is why judgment is coming, because you people believe that this is a game. And believe me, it's very, very far from being a game. Our spirituality is nothing more than myth. How can you be saved by the Christ that you are? Or is the reality of the situation, the people who gave you Christ flipped your electromagnetic co-creative Christ Yang conscious reality around and gave you an inverted template from which they demanded you in the future to survive by. And to you, Dr. Mumbai of Africa, Dr. Kaba Kameen, Nuri Muhammad, Rashad Jamal, Stephen Darby Ministries, Spiritual Baddie, and to you, Spiritual Soul. What I have to say to you is how can you be spiritual when you have no knowledge of the frequency of conscious awareness and electromagnetic potential that you possess, that allows you to acknowledge your identity as the true and infinite living co-creator of all things projected around you, right out of your mind? You're not spiritual. You're just weakened by your desire to experience through your sensory capacity all that you have around you, being manufactured and provided to you by those who allow you to fleece your flocks, tax-free, as long as you share with them and as long as you share with them some of the money that you fleece, and you continue helping to maintain the process of inversion of the true Christ frequency and power, advancing our present inverted in conscious function, Jew in Gentile, low vibrational sensory depth perception experience to artificial intelligence. I know a lot more than you think I do, don't I there, Big Corp? I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to continue sharing the truth on YouTube. I also want to ask all of you to brace yourselves, for you are soon to hear all that you need to hear to connect all of those dots that have existed and now, as a result of this new revelation, will exist. Thank you very much for joining me once again. I would like to thank the Most High Division of our Trinity for giving me an opportunity to do what I'm doing, though I have residual weakness myself at times as a result of there being such a concentration of low vibrational conscious controls existing within our collective electromagnetically misaligned frequency. I want all of you to know that I am certainly elevating to the place in which I was chosen to elevate to, but I am, like you, a work in progress. And we are going to progress together until this simulation that exists as a projection of our mind and the conditions that control the progression of this simulation are changed. Thank you again. Stay tuned. Prepare to rise.